Hello and welcome back to The Rundown. I'm your host, Matthew Stell, and once again, I'm so glad you've decided to join us today. We've got a lot of news to cover, so let's get started. On Sunday night, some residents of a small community outside of San Antonio went to sleep without a loved one due to the largest mass shooting in Texas history that happened at the First Baptist Church of Sutherland Springs. They killed 26 and injured 20 others. At this time, victims range from as young as 5 years old to 72 years old. The alleged gunman, Devin Kelly, is a former member of the United States Air Force who was dishonorably discharged for assaulting his wife and child. Kelly attempted to escape from police but died shortly after a high-speed chase involving local law enforcement. Officials have not released any names of the victims, but it is believed that one of the victims is the 14-year-old daughter of the church's pastor. Of course, we as a media will continue to keep you updated on the details of the shooting as our thoughts and prayers go out to their respective families. This weekend, President Trump began his 12-day Asian tour by stopping in Hawaii and ending the weekend in Japan. During a press conference with Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, the president emphasized the importance of fair trade between the two countries and also touted that the relationship between the two nations are better than ever before. The president is set to also visit China, South Korea, and the Philippines. This trip has been watched under a scrutinizing eye by many due to the rising tensions between the United States and North Korea. The president has not taken off the table the possibility of military action and interference, but has said that he will favor the chance for diplomacy. Many have called this trip the most consequential of Trump's presidency. Earlier this week, former Trump campaign officials Paul Manafort and Rick Gates and George Papadopoulos were arrested for various crimes as a part of Special Counsel Bob Mueller's probe into the Russian collusion accusations. Manafort and Gates were released on bond, and Papadopoulos pled guilty to lying to federal agents about attempting to set up a meeting between then-candidate Trump and the Russian President Vladimir Putin. The White House says that Papadopoulos was just a volunteer in the campaign and was not regarded highly within its system. The probe is expected to continue for the next couple of months as Mueller gathers more evidence to charge specific individuals. While we are trying to wrap our heads around the senseless violence in Sutherland Springs, many others are still recovering from the terrorist attack in New York City that killed 8 people and injured dozens others. 6 of the 8 killed in New York were Argentine nationals visiting with friends for a school reunion and began the day with a bike ride in Lower Manhattan. The suspect was officially charged with federal terrorism offenses later on in the week, but decided not to enter a plea. According to the Department of Homeland Security, the suspect, a Uzbek national, entered the United States as a part of the diversity immigrant program. Once again, our thoughts and prayers are with the victims of their families. And lastly, as we all know, the Houston Astros are world champions of baseball. In a tough but exciting Game 7, the Astros pulled it out with no extra innings, gaining the lead pretty early. George Springer was named the World Series MVP, and Astros jersey sales have skyrocketed just within 5 days. The Astros returned to Houston on Thursday, and on Friday, the largest parade in Houston's history occurred with nearly 1 million people packing the streets of downtown Houston to celebrate their hometown team in a special way. This is the very first World Series championship for the franchise, and more is to come in the near future. So, good luck, Astros, and keep making this city proud. Well, thank you for joining us today. As always, remember to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Follow us here at Coug TV. We'll see you next time.